Okay, thank you. I'm very glad to be with you this morning, and I would like to thank you all the organization of R&B Forum for invitation. So I would like to share with you some ideas about big data this morning and give you a testimony about how a telecommunication operator is going to develop his strategy. So to begin with my speech, I would like just to focus about 3 points. So for us in Orange, we have a lot of information coming from our networks. We have 3 main networks: the mobile network, landline network, TV access, and internet connection. All of those 3 or 4 networks give us a lot of technical information about you, about your geolocalization. And we believe that these new sources of information can be translated in a very value-added indicators and services. So we believe today that big data can optimize the customer approach and revolutionize all the marketing approach and give us the possibility to offer tailor-made offers to our customers. So, for instance, we sell today specific indicators about the way you watch your TV, because from our box we see every program customers watch every night, and we sell this specific information to a French company called Mediaset, which carry out specific survey for TV channels. So big data today, it's not very easy to set up, because you have 3 main constraints and 3 main issues. The first one is the big one. It's legal aspect and to respect privacy. If you want to sell specific external services based on your data, you have to develop encrypted software to be able to delete all the possibility of identifying personal aspect. And our this anonymization process is to develop in close cooperation with public authorities. So, for instance, we have worked for 1 year with the public French authority CNIL to launch our first big data offers. To go forward with my speech, we have created 3 main streams in Orange for our big data strategies. The first one, it's core business optimization. So we want to use all the data coming from our customers to generate value by improving our efficiency, enhance customer knowledge, and optimize our cost. And we use also data coming from our customers to try to reduce all the what we call frauds on our networks, for instance, illegal downloading. And we have created a specific services called multimedia mobile tracking. It's a project started this year in Belgium and Spain, and it allows us to know the nature of the use data mobile, like browsing, social networks, application, downloading of application, video. And it is only the quantity of data and consumed. The second part, it's more user-centric services. We don't want to monetize this second part. It's more to enhance our brand image and to become a trust operator. So the goal is to help our customers to manage their digital life by helping them to control all the aspects of their own data and makes a commitment in an initiative of transparency in the use of data. The last one is the most challenging point for us. It's to try to sell our big data to other companies. We call that database Orange services. So we want to supply new services to our B2B consumer from the collection, from the analysis, and from the conversion of the personal data. This B2B services position wants to aim to position Orange as a future strong player of the market of data. So to continue with my speech, I would like to focus on our first big data offer launched last year. It's called Fluvision. Fluvision is a solution based on the wireless network data generated by Orange mobiles. For instance, each time you send an SMS or you call somebody, it generates specific technical aspect on our network. And by this way, we can use it to create new information, specific indicators about your mobility. And we have developed specific tools and skills in analyzing those specific big data. And we sell these offers today to companies, public authorities, which have the need to analyze the flow of people inside vehicles, trains, or subway, or to understand more, for example, the activity of people on a geomarketing area. This new information source provides innovating KPI for many applications domains, such as tourism, road infrastructure, traffic control, and geomarketing transport. To give you an example, for instance, Fluvision for geomarketing, if we carry out a survey on a catching area, a market area, it can be a commercial mall, for instance, we could see all the frequency of the customer each hour. For instance, in a shop, we can say we have 100 people in this shop at noon. We can compare different catching area, commercial area in Paris, commercial area in Toulouse, for instance. And we can bring a specific segmentation between French and foreigners. We can tell you have 10 Germans today in this shop. And it helps you to adapt your strategy. For example, the resources on peak activity, choose the best location for your new store, and adapt your resource, for instance, for foreigners customers. Just a look about what we could do for instance, for Sunday, for the Grand Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe. We could carry out a survey in Longchamp to see what are the people coming in Longchamp, who are they, French, foreigners, what are they doing before the races and after. We can give you a specific segmentation about social demographic information, because we can use our CRM basis to know their age, their gender, their social professional category. And we can give you all the information about who are in your betting center and in the horse field like Longchamp. Just to finish with my short speech, today, what are the main benefits of big data indicators? So it's the first thing is that big data is providing a sampling frame wider than any field survey. For instance, Orange has more than 27 million of customers, so the sample is very wide. You have a real setup flexibility because you can study everywhere, anytime, the flow of population. We deliver real-time analysis because we have all the time events on our network. And you can measure all the time flows, and you have the ability to see the day-to-day changes of the frequency. And the survey is all the time because you have a long-term observation. you are not obliged to have a specific investigator on the field. You have all the time the possibility to see what happens in your shop, in your house field. And we have the ability today to widen the scope of study and focus on a specific usage, like flows during the holidays. So in a nutshell today, Orange is just at the beginning of the deployment of his strategy in big data. But we believe that with this kind of offers, we will have a huge opportunity to develop a specific new offers and specific new incomes for the future. So thank you for your attention, and I will answer to your question. Thank you.
Thank you. Do we have any questions for Jean-Luc, please? If I could ask you, Jean-Luc, from your point of view, what would you say should the key priorities be for the racing and betting industry now to take advantage of the latest technology?
So the point is that I believe you have a lot of data coming from your shop, coming from the internet. The best thing is to be able to carry out survey on this data. For example, we have today a dedicated team to analyze our data. We have data miner, we have statisticians, and it's difficult sometimes to gather different sources of data and to try to make good offers after. So I think the main point is to have the capacity to try to to analyze your data and to know which data is going to be relevant to your business.
Very good, thank you. I think there's lots of food for thought there for our industry. Are there any questions before we let Jean-Luc leave the stage? One question there, please.
Hi, Jean-Luc. My name is Richard Chung from the Hong Kong Jockey Club. Actually, a quick question. What you have discussed is great, and I think I would wish that one day the operators in Asia will be able to do that too. One particular question is, when you do the survey, are you only restricted to the Orange users, or would you be able to actually get information on the entire population? For example, your example of who is actually on course that day, because I'm sure not everyone would be using Orange, or would be, even for my case, would connect my mobile to the Orange network.
Yes, thank you. It's a good question. Today we use only connection coming on our network. So of course Orange customers, but also roamers on our network, so foreigners, and some we call that mobile virtual operators in France. And it represents about 40% of our market share in France. And after we are, of course, on the sample, so you have a statistician work to do on this sample. But the sample is so wide because you have more than 27 million of customers for Orange. So if you carry out a survey with traditional methods on the field with the investigator will be able to interview about 1,000 or 2,000 people. And we are able to see more than millions of persons. So the treatment of the sample is very relevant, in fact. So we don't have any difficulties for that.
Any further questions? No, well, thank you very much, Jean-Luc. That was very interesting. Thank you for opening today's session.